We got more Gotham City nonsense. Fat Joe receives key to New York City from Mayor Eric Adams. I gotta thank the pioneers. Thank the pioneers of what? Because I know you're not sitting up here saying that Fat Joe is a pioneer of hip hop. Let's see what they're talking about in this article here. All right. So what it says is Fat Joe reps New York about as hard as any rapper in the game. And the city returned the favor on Tuesday night when the 54-year-old received a key to New York City. How many people heard about that? Joey Crack was performing at the Up NYC concert at Orchard Beach in his hometown of the Bronx when Mayor Eric Adams surprised him on stage with the key to the city. Adams gave Joe his flowers for everything from his music to his philanthropic endeavors. Fat Joe, who's getting the key to the city of New York, all his legendary, his music, a real brother, authentic. We wanted to give you this key, he said. This is interesting. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What music of Fat Joe's is legendary? And how authentic is Fat Joe when he literally got on the show with Angie Martinez and said that everything that he raps about is not true? The musician then grabbed the mic and proceeded to show love to the rap pioneers who paved the way before him. Shout out to my wife, my daughter. Shout out to my favorite aunt in the world. I got to thank the pioneers from Melly Mel to Mr. Ness to KRS-One. My whole life, I've been trying to be KRS-One, LL Cool J, Heavy D. The list goes on, he said, which is interesting because if these are the people that you're trying to be, why do you keep saying that you helped to create hip hop, my guy? You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out everybody because we in the Bronx, and I know all of you, every last one of you. I know you. I love you. Continuing a celebratory birthday week, Joe had Mayor Eric Adams step to the side before getting into performing some of his hits, including, in some because there's not very many, including his Billboard Hot 100 topping Lean Back in My Lifestyle. In 2024, it's shaping up to be another busy year for Fat Joe. He parlayed his Instagram live debates into a Stars talk show, which is interesting, which will be executively produced by LeBron James and himself. Way to go, LeBron. Way to go. How many people knew that LeBron James was taking part in some of this? So when people talk about, quote unquote, maintaining the culture and not selling the culture out, look at all of the facilitators. This is one of the things that I always tell people. If people do believe exactly what they say that they believe and the system is, quote unquote, out of control, the way that you can control the system is by controlling the actions and interactions within it. And let me ask you guys this. What are the control levels here? Joe picked up a tennis racket and will also serve as the voice of the upcoming 2024 U.S. Open tournament kicking off next week in Flushing, Queens. Earlier this year, Fat Joe performed at President Joe Biden's rally in North Carolina. He also received an honorary doctorate degree from Lehman College. So again, it's vote blue no matter who. And then you got to ask who the people are that pay these rappers all of their paychecks. Vote blue no matter who rhymes with. On the music side, he returned with frequent collaborations with Remy Ma and Cool and Dre for their Out of Control single in July. All right, so here's some pictures right here. All right, this is your boy Fat Joe and Eric Adams out there kicking it because we all know my man Eric Adams like to kick it. And let's check this out.
Is from Melly Mel, Mr. Ness to KRS-One. There's no Fat Joe if there's no KRS-One, there would have never been a Fat Joe.
Remember that. Remember that. Anytime anybody asks about any of this stuff getting out of control and what happens and how things occur, remember that. What did Fat Joe just say? If it wasn't no KRS-One, it wouldn't have been no Fat Joe. Now, all we got to do is go back and find all of the other people who let these other people in, and we'll be on to something. This is just wild. It's just bizarre. It's not a good thing. I don't know if it's out of control and it'll ever be back in control, but one thing that people can do is because we are so innovative and able to create things just on a drop of a dime, make sure that you guard your intellectual property.
My whole life I've been trying to be KRS-One. LL Cool J, Heavy D. And the list goes on. I want to shout out everybody here because we in the Bronx and I know all of you. Every last one of you, I know you. I love you. I thank you for coming out. I see my brother Megatron. Opie, I love you. You saved my life 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. Pistol, the whole crew's out here. But Mayor, I'm gonna ask you to step off the stage so I can get into some gangster shit, okay? Man, I believe in you so much, man. Love you, y'all. Damn, 1990 Chuck Projects up in the scene with the. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something else.
Now, listen, there's a song called Reggaeton Latino, and it's by Don Omar, and it has Fat Joe and it has Noriega in it. All right. You don't hear Fat Joe doing much reggaeton. And I'm not dissing reggaeton. You know what I'm saying? It's some reggaeton out there that's lit. But you don't hear Fat Joe doing reggaeton. You don't see a lot of Fat Joe collaborations with Don Omar. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, there was a song that came out that they actually took the I'm Not a Player, I Just Will Crush a Lot. I forget the name of that song. It was with this, I believe she's Mexican, a woman named Thalia. Even on that song, Fat Joe was not singing in Spanish because Thalia is definitely Latino. He was rapping on the song. You go back and check if you don't believe me.
When they shot the brother 41 times in the Bronx, Amadou Diallo, even though I was still in the streets, I marched with Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
When the police do a town hall and they said,
that ain't, he said, listen, man, he's saying all the wrong things. I marched with Reverend Al Sharpton, bruh.
Sat me down and they knew I was cool. He's calm. Yo, Fat Joe, we want to do the town hall. I tell them when they say, what you know about? I say, I remember Yusuf Hawkins when I'm walking. With all that being said, I always thought of you. I always represented you to the highest. Because the Bronx, we started the most legit guy I know. And Ruben, they asked you to go to the convention to see Obama speak. And you said, I'm going to be with Joe. I want you to know that you were a major inspiration to me in my life. And when every time I might have was going to get into trouble, I would say, Ruben Diaz is not going to like that. And I'm not going to embarrass Ruben. Because to this day, if I go to the White House, they go, yo, that's Ruben's guy. That's Ruben's guy. So I have to make sure I never let, yo, Chubb, Robb, come out here, Chubb. I didn't know you was there, man.
All right. Listen, we wanted to acknowledge the legend of hip-hop, and we knew we had to do it with Brother Ruben Diaz. Give it up for Ruben Diaz Jr.
Now, how many people know who this Ruben Diaz individual is? If you know who Ruben Diaz is, let me know in the comment section. I'm not familiar.
And Ingrid, my chief advisor, who knew that we had to have the right support, and we wanted to do it for our brother Fat Joe. Give it up for our brother Fat Joe, who's getting the key to the city of New York.
Rob, show Fat Joe some love.
All his legendary, his music, a real brother, authentic. We want to give you this key to the city, brother, and say, keep doing the things you're doing. Give it up and tell your people.
Now, let me ask you guys this. Where on earth do you see black people getting awards at, getting credit for being pioneers of, despite the fact that we're pioneers of doggone near almost every single popular form of music? Where do you see us getting awards and accolades at for stuff that we created? A lot of times, the stuff that we created, other people get accolades and found in credit for. Let that marinate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice, smash the like button, share it to your social media, watch the next recommended video, and I will catch you all on the next one. All right? Peace.